The latest on the impacts in the Midlands with Chief Meteorologist Stefan Fonte.
JR, there's no doubt that this is going to be the largest impact that we've dealt with so far in just the 3 days that we've been dealing with since the 4 of Tropical Storm Debby. The time that we're looking at for tomorrow is going to be between 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening with another round of more rainfall. And again, don't drive in the storms. A lot of us in the eastern Midlands got a ton of rain where you really couldn't drive, you couldn't see. But again, the biggest impact is going to be the amount of rainfall through tomorrow, with the possibility, the likelihood of even more flash flooding and river flooding. And we already have river flood warnings for the Wateree River, Congaree, as well as the North Fork Edisto rivers Saturday, Monday, Sunday. These very likely will be extended as we get the rainfall. Look how much rainfall we've had just in the last 3 days. Many areas of the Midlands have received over 2 inches, but you take a look when you get to the big bullseye, right around Hopkins, just estimated 8.5 inches of rainfall. In Orangeburg, just across on Russell Street before you get onto the highway, nearing 7, and then all the way down to areas around Holly Hill. That's been the biggest bullseye, especially from earlier today, where they're now approaching 9.5 inches of rainfall in the last 3 days. And we still do have quite a bit of rainfall that is still moving out from the Grand Strand and the PD, the Eastern PD. The rain is still light to moderate in the Eastern Midlands. Most of the Western Midlands have had very little, if not just a sprinkle of rain today, but the winds are picking up. Now generally coming out of the north, upwards of now approaching 25 miles an hour, gusting already to over 35. And we don't even have Debby here yet. Well, Debby's on the way. And as predicted from the National Hurricane Center, it made its way east, then north. Now it's heading in. Wind gusts of at least 70 miles an hour, but it's at a crawl, moving north-northwest at 3 miles an hour. And again, the landfall is very likely going to be somewhere between the Isle of Palms and Ondar, probably right through Bulls Bay and Bulls Harbor, probably in the next hour or two. Then by tomorrow morning after daybreak, it's going to be somewhere positioned just to the Eastern Midlands, maybe over Florence County, before it makes its way by Thursday, probably after lunch, into the Piedmont of North Carolina. But you can see all the rainfall that comes through North Carolina, then takes a dive right into the Palmetto State. And this is going to be what we're going to be watching tonight, because between now and 6 o'clock in the morning, torrential rainfall, and this is where it's going to be the windiest as we go through the early morning hours. But from 6 o'clock going into throughout the day, more heavy rainfall continues, and by midday, it's still going to be Debby probably getting into the PD. But as we get into the late afternoon, Debby's already to the north. We'll still have quite a bit of showers and thunderstorm activity going into Thursday night, and then it'll start tapering off just a little bit less as we get into early Friday morning. How much rainfall? Conservatively, many areas in the PD and the Grand Strand could exceed over 4 to 5 inches of more rainfall. And for us, overnight, maybe 3 more inches of rainfall in the Eastern Midlands. By tomorrow afternoon, a very good portion of the Midlands now approaching 2.5 to even 5 inches of rainfall before it finally tapers off going into Friday morning. That's why we still have the weather impact alert day for tomorrow. Low is 74 with a high of 81. The weather impact alert day for Friday is really going to be early in the morning, at least the first half of the day. We'll end up with a high of 92 by the afternoon. Saturday, a little break from any precipitation, a high of 91. Then it gets hot and humid all over again. Come Sunday through Wednesday, high temperatures right around 90, give or take a degree, but it'll be humid enough that we'll be seeing the possibility of pop-up afternoon showers or thunderstorms as it gets humid once again. Stay with us.